All right, Patriots, welcome back to another great episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Well, it's Monday, everyone, the start of another week, and we're here to cut through the noise, pierce the fog of political doublespeak, and deliver the unvarnished truth right here on the Conservative Viewpoint. This weekend, while the mainstream media was busy spending their narratives and the left was pushing its radical agenda, one question echoed across the nation and has been for years. A question that reveals the very core of the ideological confusion for the Democrats. What is that question? That is the question I want from you guys. So let me know. I'm not going to reveal it now. Let me know what it is the Democrats, what question will the Democrats not answer? We'll give you the answer here shortly. It's a question that should be simple, a matter of basic biology, a fundamental truth. But for the modern Democrat Party, it's a minefield, a physiological labyrinth that desperately tries to navigate with convoluted language and an empty platitude. They'll talk about everything else and lived experiences, but they can't define the very word that claims they did defend. It is not about being sensitive. It's about acknowledging reality. But this weekend, we witnessed a continued erosion of common sense, the relentless assault of traditional values. From the halls of academia to the corridors of power, the left continues to push its agenda, attempting to redefine the very fabric of our society. But we, the defenders of truth, the guardians of sanity, will not be silenced. And before we dive deeper into the weekend wrap-up, we will take a look at the MAGA Minute. This week, remember the spirit of American resilience. Remember the hardworking families who built this nation. Remember the promises kept and the promises we will fight to uphold. We are the heart and soul of this country, and we will not be deterred. We will not back down. We will not surrender. We will make America great again. Now back to the fight. This weekend, while the left was busy rewriting the rules, we were busy reaffirming our commitment to the bedrock principles that made America the exceptional nation it is. We were busy reminding ourselves that truth is not relative, that facts are not negotiable, and that common sense is not a relic of the past. Tonight, we will dissect the weekend's events, expose the hypocrisy, and stand firm in our convictions. We will remind the left that we are not going away. We will remind them that we will not surrender our values. We will remind them that we will not stop asking the one question that they cannot answer. So grab your coffee, steel your resolve, and prepare for another evening of one unwavering truth. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint, where we speak truth to power and where we defend the values that make America great. Let's get started. The show begins now. Hi, everyone. What is going on? How is everyone tonight? Oh, my. Let's see. What is going on here? Something's going on. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll see here in a second. I'm losing my mouse here. How is everyone tonight? Everyone in Cloud Hub, good. Getter, where's everybody at in Getter? And Facebook and X and YouTube. Welcome, everyone. Anyone new to the show? Thank you for coming. We love having you guys. All right, let's see. We got the one and only Wimkin.com. If you have not signed up yet, get over there, sign up, WIMKIN.com. Sign up. The great social media site. You will not get censored. You got to join us. You guys will have a blast in there. We have great people in chat, which we're going to say hi to right now. Jerry, it has been so embarrassing to be a Democrat right now. You're not a kid. Thank you for that one, Jerry. And, oh, that one's great, Jerry. We all what I always knew in plain sight. Mr. and Mr. Obama. Yes. Lee. What up, Lee? Mark. How's Mark? There's Jeff. Hi, Jeff. Long time no see. Colin from Scotland. We got the UK and Scotland in the house. Jill. Hi, Jill. What is everybody doing tonight? Alan, what's happening? Man, guys, it's Monday. Been a long weekend. Got a little bit of work done because we had a lot of... Hi, John. A lot of rain here off and on, and couldn't get much done outside. Got some stuff done inside. And so much going on. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And we're going to see what we're going to get into today. I added a couple more things without video, but a couple more articles that just came in. Got a hell of a lineup for tomorrow, too, coming in, I hope. I haven't even checked all my emails yet, so we're going to see what come in and see what's happening. But I hope you guys had it. Now, the question of the day is, what question, and it was in the title, won't the Democrats answer? This has been a question that's been going on for years, and we got Trump's response to the question. But I want to know, you guys in chat, what is the question that they will not answer? I'm not going to give it away until we get up to that article, and I'm not sure how many it is. It's only a couple articles away, so get on with it. But first, we're going to get into the MAGA Minute. Take a look.
Hey guys, it's a beautiful day here at the White House, and it's been another great week. Let's go through all of the historic actions that President Trump took this week to help you, the American people. Companies like Hyundai, Rolls-Royce, and Schneider Electric announced billions of dollars in new investments into the United States to create jobs for hardworking Americans. The president signed a proclamation levying 25% tariffs on foreign automobile imports, encouraging companies to build vehicles right here in the United States of America. The White House recognized the bravery and service of Medal of Honor recipients in the White House on Medal of Honor Day. The president welcomed some of the country's strongest and most intelligent women to the White House to celebrate Women's History Month. And the president signed an executive order to make D.C. safe and beautiful once again. And the Trump administration executed a very successful operation to apprehend a top MS-13 ringleader just 30 minutes outside of our nation's capital. Every day, because of this president, America is safer. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute.
And there we have it. There is our MAGA Minute. I keep getting these things from Trump in my text message, but no, I don't believe that one. But there we go. There's our MAGA Minute for the week, and we will get one next week. Now, this next one I'm going to show you is, if you guys didn't see this, where Doug Collins buries and tears up Caitlin Collins at CNN. And Doug Collins is the secretary of the VA. So he's supposed to be on CNN talking about that. Instead, she wants to run her mouth about Signal and trying to get something out of it, and wait until you see this. But CNN is a dying so-called social media site that needs to go. Take a listen.
Do you believe that a mistake was made here, though, to have this conversation, to add a reporter, and to have it on an unsupported, classified group setting?
Caitlin, as I've just told you, I've just answered the question. I wasn't part of it. And, I'm not going to speculate more than what the president's already talked about and those who've been involved have talked about. But we'd love to talk about the veterans.
Yeah, and I do have questions about the veterans. But given what we saw with the group chat and how this was used, you are a member of the cabinet. You obviously know these other members, several of them who were in there. Is this typical for the cabinet to have conversations over Signal? Is this something that you use?
Well, Caitlin, since you undoubtedly do not want to talk about the VA, I have a question as VA secretary. As cabinet, I want to ask you, because I've been curious about this, because my job is to take care of veterans, and I would like to know why CNN is hostile to veterans, especially one in Florida, where you just had a $5 million defamation suit taking offense at a veteran who was trying to help people. In fact, one of your employees actually said, we're going to nail him. I have a question for you, Caitlin. Is that employee still employed? Are you really concerned about veterans? So if we don't want to talk about veterans now, you want to talk about everything else, I'd like to hear from CNN as the veteran cabinet secretary why CNN seems to have a problem with veterans.
Well, Mr. Secretary, respectfully, my question was about whether or not you as a member of the cabinet use this. And respectfully, I'm conducting the investigation. And I do have a lot of questions for you on Veterans Affairs, but I don't think it would be unwarranted to ask.
What you want to do is talk about the subject that I've already answered. And if you want to continue this like this, that's fine. But there are VA employees who are working very hard. There are veterans who get their care from the VA and they get their benefits from the VA. And it does me no good to speculate on something that I've already asked and answered. So I've asked and answered your question. Why don't you answer mine? Are you still, is this person still employed who said they were going to nail one of my veterans, who you had to do a $5 million award from a jury because of defamation, and then you settled the case? Answer my question.
Exactly right. Way to go, Doug. William, how you doing? Kurt, how you doing? Kurt, you're exactly right. Jeff, all right, what's going on? All right. And that bitch, he is the VA secretary, not somebody that dealt with Signal or had anything to do with it. No, that bitch just got him on there and wouldn't ask him a thing about the VA. She was trying to get something out of him, and she's doing an investigation. She's sitting on her ass behind the camera, being worthless like she always is, and all the CNN people, she ain't investigating shit. She's not doing nothing. She needs taken off the air, too. All those people do. Sean, over and get her. What's going on? All right, Harris, what's going on, man? And I had to bring that up because I saw that earlier, and I said, man, I cannot stand that a bit. Now we're going to get into this. Trump he says, I'm not joking about running a third term. Did you guys hear about this? I'm going to let you listen to it. Take a listen.
President Trump says he is serious about running for a third term, even though the U.S. Constitution says he can't. He told NBC News by phone this week, and he's not joking about it, but legal scholars doubt it's possible. One law professor at Northeastern University in Boston says there's no credible argument to attempt a third-term presidency. The 22nd Amendment bars anyone from running for a third term. It was added to the U.S. Constitution in 1951 after FDR was elected 4 times.
But I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way a fourth term because the other election, the 2020 election was totally rigged. So it's actually sort of a fourth term in a certain way. I just don't want the credit for the second because Biden was so bad.
Despite the claims and numerous investigations, no widespread fraud was ever found in the 2020 election.
That's because no judge would ever take it up because they're too much of a panty waste to do anything. But don't put anything past him. But I think at his age, he should lay back and relax and enjoy his rest of his time. And I wouldn't say no to it, but I think he needs to relax and enjoy it and not end up like Joe Biden and his worthless piece of shit that he is. All right, guys, the next thing is you're going to remember this piece of shit. The auto worker, what was he, a president or something? Yeah, the president of United Auto Workers that backed Kamala Harris. Instead of asking his crew, the union members, who they wanted as president of the United States, he goes upon himself and endorses Kamala Harris. Remember that son of a bitch? Now he wants to kiss Trump's ass. UAW president who endorsed Kamala Harris praises Trump administration for addressing unfair trade laws. Take a look.
We are ecstatic to see an administration finally address the unfair trade laws in this country. These laws have destroyed the American working class. They've destroyed communities in this country and virtually every state for decades.
But that little piece of shit wants to sit there and back the Democrats without asking when all of his workers said they were going to vote for Trump. They needed to get rid of that moron. But now he wants to kiss Trump's ass because it has to deal with the auto industry, which Trump already said he's bringing back auto industry back into this country when that son of a bitch was talking to Trump. and he still went ahead. You know he was paid off by the Democrats to do that. You know it for a fact. All right, what else are we going in here? Okay, we're going to get into the question I was asking you guys. What was the one question that Democrats will never answer? And that is, what is a woman? I don't know if anybody put an answer down for that, but what is a woman? They would never answer that. Well, Trump does. Trump affirms basic biology receives praise from women activist group when he was made to talk to him. And I want you to listen to what he has to say about a woman.
A woman is somebody that can have a baby.
I wanted to say, first of all, happy Women's Month. You do so much for women by, first of all, keeping men out of women's sports, and you platform so many.
That was an easy one. That was crazy.
You platform so many great women, like your chief of staff, Susie Wiles. You also have Caroline Levitt doing a great job as press secretary. Now Alina will be joining as well. Since Democrats seem to struggle answering this question, I wanted to ask you, what is a woman, and why is it important that we understand the difference between men and women?
Well, it's sort of easy to answer for me, because a woman is somebody that can have a baby under certain circumstances. She has a quality. A woman is a person who's much smarter than a man, I've always found. A woman is a person that doesn't give a man even a chance of success. And a woman's a person that in many cases has been treated very badly, because I think that what happens with this crazy issue of men being able to play in women's sports is just ridiculous and very unfair to women and very demeaning to women. And that's got to be about a 94%. I read today it was a 94% issue. And I watched the other day, a congressman, a Democrat congressman, fighting for the fact that men should be allowed to compete essentially in women's sports. And I say, I hope they keep that going, because they'll never win another election. That's a big deal. But women are basically incredible people, do so much for our country, and we love our women, and we're going to take care of our women.
Exactly right. And to this day, these Democrats will not answer a question. They asked that Brown, what's that Supreme Court woman that just got entered as a judge? They asked her at her hearings what a woman was, and she would not answer it. You ask a Democrat that question, they will not answer it. To this day, they still will not answer that question. Oh, yeah. All right, where are we at here? Trump declares a new staffing record under his administration. There is no declaring. He did. He has gotten 2,200 offers he made to people to come to his administration, and every one of them accepted it. And they will make and have been making America great again. No other administration has done that many this fast. So he has gotten a record, and that was when? Since taking office January 20th. So he definitely has done that, and we keep winning over and over and over again. So you got to beat that. You can't beat that at all. U.S. to revoke legal status for more than 500,000 migrants, urges them to self-deport. Now, these migrants are the ones that Biden was giving away free citizenship to, saying, oh, yeah, you can stay here no matter what happens. Well, that's not what happens here, so take a look.
U.S. to revoke legal status of more than 500,000 migrants, urges them to self-deport. The Trump administration will be revoking the legal status of hundreds of thousands of Latin American and Haitian migrants welcomed into the U.S. under a Biden-era sponsorship process, urging them to self-deport or face arrest and removal by deportation agents. The termination of their work permits and deportation protections under an immigration authority known as parole will take effect in late April, 30 days after March 25th, according to a notice posted by the federal government. The move will affect immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela who flew to the U.S. under a Biden administration program, known as CHNV, that was designed to reduce illegal immigration at the U.S.-Mexico border by giving would-be migrants legal migration avenues. A total of 532,000 migrants entered the U.S. under that policy, which was paused soon after President Trump took office, though it's unclear how many have been able to secure another status that will allow them to stay in the country legally. CBS News first reported in early February that the Trump administration was planning to revoke the legal status of individuals who entered the U.S. under the CHNV process. The Department of Homeland Security said it will seek the arrest and deportation of those subject to the policy change if they fail to depart the U.S. in the next 30 days. Officials are urging migrants to use the newly repurposed CBP Home smartphone app to register for self-deportation. But DHS said it retains the authority to target migrants who arrived under this program before the 30-day period lapses. Officials say those prioritized for arrest will include migrants who have failed to apply for another immigration benefit like asylum or a green card. In a statement, DHS spokeswoman Tricia McLaughlin said the migrants allowed into the U.S. under the CHNV process were loosely vetted and argued the program undercut American workers. Border crossings by migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and to a lesser extent, Venezuela. But Republicans denounced it as an effort to circumvent the limits Congress placed on legal immigration and noted that the program had some recorded instances of fraud. The Biden administration last fall made a decision not to allow CHNV beneficiaries to renew their 2-year work permits under the program, saying they could apply for other benefits, like asylum and temporary protected status. That prospect, however, changed dramatically when Mr. Trump took office. His administration has already announced plans to phase out the TPS programs for Haitians and Venezuelans. It also suspended all pending immigration benefit applications filed by those who arrived under CHNV, citing concerns about fraud and vetting. Force Law TV. VIPsNews.com. U.S. to revoke.
Now, that's exactly right. And this is what Biden did. And we don't, and Trump's going to undo it. That's 500,000 of these people, these criminals that are in here that of course the Democrats wanted to protect the criminals. They don't want to protect American people, but they'll protect these criminals. But I got my answer from Sean and Tammy and Alan on the Supreme Court justice was that Ketanji Brown Jackson, that she would not answer what a woman was. And they still put her in as a Supreme Court justice. That is crazy, right? Hi, Fixer. All right, let's keep this rolling now. Trump says he is pissed off at Putin and very angry over the direction of the ceasefire talks. Putin thinks he's still talking to Joe Biden. And now Trump says that he is going to push toward sanctions against Russia if he doesn't start getting serious about this ceasefire with Ukraine. Exactly, Sean. She does, too. She looks like it anyways. Well, let me see what this one was here. Yep. This is the one that says Trump tells NBC, the worthless people, how mad he is at Putin. Take a look.
Just hours ago, President Trump called me to tell me he is, quote, pissed off with Russia's President Putin and threatened to impose secondary tariffs on Russia's oil. Quote, if Russia and I are unable to make a deal on stopping the bloodshed in Ukraine, and if I think it was Russia's fault, which it might not be, but if I think it was Russia's fault, I am going to put secondary tariffs on all oil coming out of Russia. Mr. Trump said 25% tariffs on Russian oil could happen any moment and told me he plans to speak with President Putin this week. The president told me, quote, I was very angry, pissed off when Putin started getting into Zelensky's credibility and started talking about new leadership in Ukraine. On Iran, the president said he's also considering secondary tariffs if Iran doesn't agree to a nuclear deal. Quote, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing, and it will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before.
Blow the shit out of them. Get Iran. It's the only thing that they will respect. If you got to break them again because Biden gave them all that billions of dollars back to him that Trump took away from him, had him broke, and had him eaten out of his hand until, of course, the Democrats got involved. That's exactly what he needs to do. Bomb the shit out of them until they learn. This ain't the Biden administration no more. We don't have a bunch of pansies in office like they did. It's called peace through strength. Exactly, Sean. If we would help Russia take out the damn clown from Ukraine, the world would end. this war would end. Oh, yeah, most definitely. But it wasn't Russia's fault. It was Joe Biden's fault and the Democrat Party. They pushed for this war to start. They needed a money laundering operation. And it's been proven true time and time again. All of our money, and they can't tell you where it's at or where it went. Well, look at the yachts and the homes and the mansions that idiot from Ukraine bought. Oh, yeah. And look how rich all the Democrats are. That's why the Democrats are all pissed off, because Elon Musk is taking it all away from them. And that's what we're going to get into right now. Doge terminated 113 contracts valued at $4.7 billion. And if you look at this, most of this is from consulting contracts. You see this? Agencies terminated 134 wasteful contracts with a ceiling value of $4.7 billion, savings of $3.3 billion, including 145,000 USDA consulting contract in Peru climate change activity. Why the hell are we paying for climate change in Peru? We have nothing to do with that. Why the hell would we be paying for stuff like that? But these contractors have been taking advantage of the United States for years. They're paying contractors to do stuff that we have people here in the United States that could do the work. Instead of forcing them and getting them off of welfare and making them go to work, we pay billions and billions of dollars for no reason. Among the rescinded grants was $10 million allocation for promoting gender equality in Mexican workplace, another 12.2 intended for worker empowerment in South America. They also eliminated $6.25 million earmark for improving agricultural workers' rights in Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. This is the shit our tax money is going to, and we're paying for this every damn day. Well, Doge reveals that the private contractors have exploited the federal government, like I just said. Elon Musk says the federal government spent $1 billion. Get this, $1 billion on a survey that would cost $10,000 in any other place. Take a listen to Elon Musk, what he has to say.
For you, what's the most astonishing thing you've found out in this process?
The sheer amount of waste and fraud in the government. It is astonishing. It's mind-blowing. We routinely encounter wastes of $1 billion or more, casually. For example, like the simple survey that was literally 10-question survey that you could do with SurveyMonkey, cost you about $10,000. The government was being charged almost $1 billion for that.
For just the survey?
$1 billion for a simple online survey. Do you like the national park? And then there appeared to be no feedback loop for what would be done with that survey. So the survey would just go into nothing.
And Tammy and Jeff both made great points on that Peru deal. And she knows, Peru did not get the money, guaranteed, Tammy said. And she's right. And Jeff says pretty much the same thing. The money never gets there. Contractors skim off the top and they kick back the rest. That's exactly right. And Gabby Girls is saying the same thing. Money never gets to where they're intended to programs. It's a huge money laundering scam to put money back in Congress's pocket. That's exactly right. And these people think we're stupid. Only the liberals that listen to them believe any of this stuff actually makes it to where it's going. And they have a problem with, the liberals do, with Elon Musk and the Doge crew saving us money, because every time they cut something, our taxes go down, and they don't realize it. They're too stupid to realize it. That's the shit that's got to change. These people are idiots. I'm telling you what. Make them cocoa leaves grow. Yeah. Zelensky ahead of Putin. Yes, exactly, Sean. We need to stop being the world's policeman. And that is exactly what we are. We don't need to be doing that. Let them take care of their country. Then if it comes to a superpower that's attacking them like Russia or China, pay us. We will come help you. We will not do it for you, but we will help you. As simple as that. All right, let's get into some more of the corrupt judges that are out there. Oh, yeah. We got liberal law professor Jonathan Turley on judges interfering in Trump's agenda. They have intruded into areas of presidential authority. And I don't know if I have that. When I do, take a listen.
Like a judge in the same court down the hall could disagree with him. That does not give the original judge the authority to go over the executive power. How do you view that?
No, I think there's a legitimate complaint here. It's like having a car where every passenger is grabbing the emergency brake. It's pretty hard to drive that car. And, you know, what you have here are judges that are imposing national injunctions, which the Supreme Court, including liberals like Justice Kagan, have objected to. She said this is madness, that you have all of these trial judges who are imposing national injunctions. Congress is looking at legislation to curtail the ability of lower court judges to do precisely that. So I think there's merit to that. I think that the Trump administration is likely to win. I also think the Trump administration is likely to prevail in most of these cases. I think that federal judges have overextended themselves. I think they have intruded into areas of Article 2 or presidential authority.
Okay.
Now, you see about that, but Mr. Fixer made a point on the aid and stuff that gets sent and all of our money gets sent to other countries. He said most aid gets sold on a black market from the government of other countries that we send it to. He's absolutely right. They want the money. They don't care about the aid and stuff that we send to them. And that's always should be said if they need the help. We're not there to fund their government. Our money is supposed to help people, not fund people's vacations and shit is exactly what it's doing. But back to these judges. These judges have overstepped their authority, and I do not still want to this day. We've been talking about this, this going on the third week now that we've been talking about these pathetic ass judges that are overstepped their authority and why these these Republicans let them get away with it. Why they're even listening to them. But here we go again. House lawmakers moved to oust judge in deportation case with a move that skips impeachment. Didn't know there was anything you could do about skipping the impeachment. This is something that just came into the email a little bit ago. So I don't have anything on this one yet. But Arizona congressman introduces legislation Monday to remove the federal judge who blocked President Trump's effort to deport the Venezuelan gang members, offering a novel path that avoids impeachment process and that needs 2/3 of the support of the U.S. Senate. Anti-Brace filed a resolution that removes U.S. District Judge Boasberg for failing to maintain the standard of good behavior required by judges under Article 3, Section 1 of the Constitution. Never knew that existed. And I was reading it while Vic's show was on. Rebel Chicks With a Cause. If you missed it, Vic and Gabs on tonight. Good show. Great show all the time. Starts at 7 p.m. weeknights. Goes 7 to 9 right before me to 9 to 10. So you guys want to check it out. Check it out on X. Check it out on Wimkin, WIMKIN. Get in there. Sign up, guys. You'll love it. Check out Violent Vixen 29. Look up Rebel Chicks With a Cause. You'll find it. Take a look at it. All right. But failing to maintain a standard of good behavior, man, we could remove everyone with that. The New York judges, the DAs, everybody. They all fall under this. With the persecution of Donald Trump, got to get rid of them. Wine red is the same as Act Blue. Oh, yeah. Winrid is. I hope not, because I gave some money to Winrid there, Sean. The judges stole the rights of J6ers. Yes, they did. The Democrats did just by getting them arrested. Stole the rights to them. These judges got to go. They're paid by the Democrats. They're worthless pieces of garbage, and they need to go. Well, what are our Republicans doing? Chuck Grassley unveils legislation to clarify scope of judicial reach. This is what we get all the time. When are we going to actually see some action, guys? Thank you for that, Texas John. I don't see the numbers in there, so I can't tell until I'm off of here. Low night tonight. Yeah, so he introduced a bill seeks to clarify the role of judicial branch and limit the federal court's order by ending universal injunctions. They need to end everything that these judges are trying to stop because there's nothing. What are they going to do if Trump administration says, kiss my ass, just like Joe Biden did? We're not listening to you. Remember that? The hell with the Supreme Court. We'll defy them. Remember that? Democrats do it. Why doesn't the Republicans? Because Republicans are for the rule of law. And that's the only reason I think that they're just biding time. That's what it is. I think so. Okay. Thank you for that, Sean. All right, let's go. Let's keep going here. Got a couple more to get through. And I got some good videos here. So where are we at? I got this one going. I don't know what this one was. Oh, okay. Oh, that's coming up now. All right. Trump says we're going to talk about Greenland now. Buenos Torres gang, Alberta 51. That Bozer guy was appointed. He was never even a lawyer. That's what I heard too, Gabs. He needs to go. He's worthless. He's corrupt. And he needs to go. He's anti-Trump. They've known it before and everything. His wife is too. It needs to go. The justice is supposed to be blind. And they sure the hell aren't. All right, let's get into Greenland now. Trump says we will get Greenland 100%. Military force is not off the table. Take a listen.
President Trump says he will do whatever it takes to take control of Greenland. Speaking to an NBC reporter, Trump said that includes military force, but it probably won't be needed. This comes one day after Vice President Vance visited a U.S. military base in Greenland. Speaking to troops, he said the island is important for defense and economic reasons. The trip has sparked international backlash. The foreign minister of Denmark, which owns Greenland, released this video on social media.
And of course, we are open to criticism. But let me be completely honest. We do not appreciate the tone in which is being delivered. This is not how you speak to your close allies. And I still consider Denmark and the United States to be close allies.
The foreign minister went on to say he's open to expanding the U.S. military presence in Greenland and that Denmark is already investing more in Arctic security.
They found oil underneath ice in Greenland. Oh, yeah. So it's going to come, but he doesn't like the tone. Do you like Biden's tone? That's probably why these people, most of them have woke up and have seen the fact. Hi, Mike. I didn't see you there. Sorry about that. This is not the way the Trump administration deals with stuff, and they shouldn't realize that from the first term. This administration's 5 times better, or probably 10 times, 100 times better than the Biden administration, but he's like 10 times better. This whole administration is, I think, a lot better than his first term, and it just keeps getting better and better every single day, and I love it. So Greenland, Denmark, wake the hell up, make the deal. Let us have Greenland and make out some money on a deal or protection, whatever it is that he's going to make. Denmark can kiss our backside. There you go, Texas John. Trump says he's going to do something. He's going to do it. And this term should already show it to you. And we are what? January, February, March. We're about almost 4 months into it. No, about 3 months. We're 3.5 months into it. This should tell you something, guys. All right. What do we got here? Two more, and that's it. Iran president rejects Trump's request for direct negotiations. He's doing this because Biden gave him all that money back, and they started training terrorists again. They started their nuclear program up again, and they think they are becoming a nuclear power under the Trump administration. Well, that's not going to happen. Take a listen. take a look. They should realize Trump is not messing around. He didn't mess around the first time he was in there, and he didn't know everything that he could actually accomplish to stop these people. And he did have them stopped when he took all their money and had them broke. But of course, the pansy-ass Biden administration gave him everything back on day one. Oh, yeah, that's the most pathetic thing about this. You can't stop these Democrats when they're doing shit like this. Nobody does. The courts don't do it. Nobody does a damn thing, especially our own Republicans. Last thing on the thing, on my articles, FBI's years-long stonewalling on 2017 congressional softball shooting is over. Patel is releasing all the information on this. We still haven't got the Epstein client list. They are, if this is not a cover-up, what is, guys? They had, she even admitted to, Pam Bondi admitted to having 2,000 pages that the New York field office was hiding, and we still haven't seen it yet. I'm not buying the nuclear fear the second time around. No, that's what they've already got their nuclear capabilities. They've started up their nuclear power plants. I don't think it ever stopped. I think the Democrats were feeding money the whole time to him, Mr. Fixer. But supposedly he's going to release all the information about this. And they're of course, under Christopher Wray and the FBI, they were hiding everything that was going on, saying it was suicide by cop instead of domestic terrorists or terrorism. And this is what Patel is trying to release. We haven't talked about that shooting because what did they do? They threw it under the rug so nobody would be talking about it. And that's what happened with this. And Christopher Wray, that's what you got out of him every time you question him. I will not talk about ongoing investigation. That son of a bitch needs to be in jail. That's treasonous. All right. That is it. We got time for some funny videos. We got to get higher there, Texas John. We're getting up there. Come on, guys. Anyone in Getter? Come on and say hi, guys. We want to see your pretty little smiles on there. Tell me what state you guys are from. Say hi. I remember that Iraqi bullshit under Bush. Oh, isn't that right, Mr. Fixer? They had what was that called? Mr. Fixer, when Bush said he put in, the only reason Bush went in there was because they threatened to kill his daddy. 80,000 pages. Holy shit molies. They need to release. I'm tired of waiting for these Epsteins. We were promised this months ago, and you guys notice it's just stopped. Nobody's talking about it anymore. After the so-called 2,000 pages from the New York field office, the FBI field office was covering up, and nobody talks about it anymore. We don't see or hear anything about it. Weapons of mass destruction. Thank you, Sean. That's why Bush said we were going in there. Mr. Fixer was right, and Sean gave me, that's right. Jeff said the same thing over here. The weapons of mass destruction was in there. That's why we went in. The only reason he did it, he made up that lie because they threatened to kill his daddy. That's why we went in there. That's why we ended up in war, because under Bush, the piece of garbage too. They're all pieces of garbage. All right. 17 terabytes of information. Okay. That's still a lot of information there, Gabs. 17 terabytes holds a shitload more than 2,000 pages. Weapons of ass destruction. I like that even better, Jeff. That's a good one right there. They had the Stargate there. Yes. There's nothing. They sent in our inspectors and everything. They found nothing. Piece of shit Bush was just a little crybaby little bitch and put us into a war because of his daddy. This is what happens, guys. You need a real leader, and that's what we get with President Trump. Period. And these people are going to wake up, and they're going to realize that, And if it takes the hard way, so be it. You'll have it. All right, let's get into a couple good videos here. Let's see what I got down there. I got a couple from last week in here, and we're going to see what we got. This one says, walk away from the dumbasses. Oh, yeah, listen to this. This is a good advice for us dealing with liberal idiots. Take a listen.
Walk the fuck away and let those dumbass motherfuckers choke on their own bullshit. You don't owe a damn thing to weak-ass, spineless pricks who twist the truth to fit their pathetic little sob story. Let them run their mouths. Let them spread their fake-ass narratives. Who gives a flying fuck? You think arguing with some clueless, brain-dead fuck is worth your goddamn energy? Hell fucking no. You're not a babysitter for fragile egos or a therapist for whiny-ass bitches who can't handle reality. Let them drown in their own stupidity while you move the fuck on to bigger, better things. You're not here to cater to weak-ass parasites or prove a goddamn thing to anyone. You're here to fucking dominate, to win, to rip through life like a goddamn hurricane. And you sure as hell can't do that dragging around dead weight. So cut those useless fucks off, burn the bridge, and watch your peace fucking thrive. So take a deep breath, walk away, and enjoy the sweet freedom of not giving a single fuck. Keep fucking shit up and spread chaos like a boss.
Exactly right. And everybody's saying it right. Increase their bank accounts with American blood. That's what these pieces of shit do. Democrats and Republicans we got that put us into a war for no reason. I like what Colin says. Eric Cartman. That's a good one there, Colin. But that's what they do. They make some money. They can launder money with war. You can launder it. Nobody questions it. Look, we got proof. Look at the Biden administration. I am skeptical, hoping but I won't be convinced until people are arrested, sent to prison, and hanged for treason. Exactly right. And they're increasing their back. Damn right. Because I see that in duplicate there. Exactly. It's every war is a money laundering operation, be it Republican or be it Democrat. It doesn't matter. Trump tries to get us out of wars, tries to stop wars. Trump never put us into a war yet, but it might take that one day. You never know. All right, let's see what else we got here. Walk away from those dumbasses. Keep that in your head, guys. Don't give a fuck what those idiot liberals say. Here's the truth about Signal Chat. Take a listen.
The truth about the Signal Chat controversy that media won't tell you about. The Department of Defense successfully eliminated multiple Houthi targets while protecting American interests. Yet mainstream media is desperately trying to manufacture outrage over private strategic discussions between military leadership. Let's be clear, no sensitive operational details were compromised. No sources, locations, or unit movements were exposed. What actually leaked shows our military leaders having real, unfiltered conversations about defending America's interests. That's what strong leadership looks like. Remember the disaster of the Biden-Harris administration? While they were busy with woke military experiments and weak diplomacy, our enemies grew bolder. The Afghanistan withdrawal was a catastrophe. Now Houthis are attacking shipping lanes because they knew the previous administration is weak sauce. The successful mission against the Houthis proves Trump's approach works. Clear objectives, decisive action, and zero apologies for putting America first. While Democrats clutch their pearls over private chats, they conveniently ignore their own failures. Open borders, inflation, and a military crippled by identity politics. The truth? This manufactured outrage shows how terrified they are of actual leadership that gets results. America is safer when we act with strength, not weakness.
That's exactly right. And when they were talking about the Houthis, I did see in my email for tomorrow that Trump said that the Houthis have been decimated. I'll get into that a little bit more tomorrow and see what it says. But I did read that real fast on there tonight. But we said we were going to kick ass, and we are. That is exactly right, Sean. We got the hardware where we can sit back and tear their asses up. Exactly right, Texas Sean. And that is what we're doing. And that's what needs to be done. This country needs protected and show that we are the boss and we're not going to take no shit anymore. We are not the Biden administration. That pansy ass people, unqualified. And that's what you hear from all these liberal ass sites, CNN and MSNBC, all them people. Every time you turn around, they want to sit there and say that the Trump administration or people are unqualified. Every one of the people that are in here that he picked have highly qualified people. And I'm tired of listening to their bullshit when they want to talk to their sheep and try to play this political game through public opinions, that their opinion doesn't mean shit, because every one of them, and it's showing how qualified these people are. They are destroying the Democrats' narrative. What do we got here? Democrats say Republicans threaten. Oh, yeah. Wait till you hear this. We're the ones that are pushing violence. Take a listen.
Here it is, double standard, loud and clear.
This MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history.
They are threatening political violence, and they are attacking our democracy.
These Republicans and others are creating an environment of political violence. They are putting Americans at risk.
Democrats have never endorsed political violence, but he will go to a rally and he will endorse it. This is the equivalent of playing with a loaded gun and then it backfiring on you.
Your reaction, Caroline?
I heard the word extremism. What's extreme is the Democrat Party today, which is now applauding this political violence and domestic terrorism taking place across our country. What's extreme is the modern day Democrat Party, who wants President Trump to turn around planes full of gangsters, rapists, murderers, and foreign terrorists to bring them back to American soil. What's extreme is the Democrat Party that wants to keep men in women's sports and bathrooms and locker rooms. And what's extreme is a Democrat Party who wants to continue to spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on useless government agencies that have done nothing to advance America's interests.
Amen. Right on the money right there, right, guys? Because I don't want to hear shit from the Democrats where they let a president that showered with his daughter and then all the pedophiles that they want, let them sniff away for 4 years on camera, and nobody does a damn thing. Sean said, you raped your daughter. Exactly. He showered with her. It was admitted, proven that he showered with his daughter. And they left him in supposable office. And this is the stuff that they want to try to say that we do. Oh, my God. Remember what we said before, guys. When the Democrats blame us for something, you know they're doing it. And it's been proven time and time again. The Democrats are the party of pedophilia, the party of violence, the party of everything illegal and wrong with this country. We've said it over and over again. All right, let me see here. Did you change? Let's see. Be charged with assault for 4. Oh, this one's funny. I can't help us. I'm trying to get 2 more in. But you got to see, did you know that you could be charged with a criminal offense for farting? I ain't lying to you. Take a listen.
Well, more bodily functions in the news this morning. The next time you pass gas, make sure no police are around. A man in West Virginia faces assault charges after police say he passed gas and handed the officer. I mean, don't laugh. After the man was already arrested for DUI, according to police report of St. Cruz. I can't even get through this.
He passed the gas so loudly the officer said it was, quote, very odorous and created contact of an insulting or provoking nature.
Mr. Anchorman.
See, that wasn't even right. To put that story in there was wrong. That was wrong, man.
I didn't see it when I was looking through the script. He stuck that in there.
Very odorous. There you go.
I told you. They were serious, too, about that. He would go, hi, Edward. You going to be arrested for farting? Are you kidding me? All right, what do we got? Oh, okay. I'm going to try to get 2 more in if I can. This is King Trump and the administration. Wait till you see this awesome administration. Take a look. That was an awesome look. You know, and the Democrats will probably see that and they'll throw a fit. Oh my God, they're calling Trump king. You know, they'll go crazy with over this part. Oh yeah. All right. Now the last one we got. Oh yeah, we got to show Jeff Dunham once before we get out of here. Okay, Jeff and Walter on the weather. Take a look.
All right, Walter. What about you don't like the humidity? You don't like the extreme cold? You want someplace warmer and drier? Yeah. How about when we see in August? We were in Phoenix. August in Phoenix, Arizona. Your agent is a moron. It was 112 3 days in a row. What do all the locals say? That it's a dry heat. Screw you. Bonfires are dry heat. You don't see me sticking my ass in one of those, do you? Your ass is on fire. It's a dry heat. I was in Florida. I gotta learn not to frickin' moss.
Now that was funny as hell. I don't give a shit what you say. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. It's been a great show. We got great people in the chat. It's been awesome. You guys are awesome. I love doing this show because of you guys. It's awesome. Sean and Texas John got to pick it up and get her. So thank you for joining me, guys, tonight. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow night right after Rebel Chicks for the Cause. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. And so, Patriots, we've laid bare the fundamental question that exposes the intellectual void at the heart of the modern left. The question I cannot and will not answer. They will not answer. What is a woman? A simple question that reveals a profound disconnect from reality. We've dissected the weekend's events, exposing the hypocrisy and the radical agenda that continues to erode our society. We've reminded ourselves that we are not alone, that we are the guardians of truth, the defenders of common sense, and the champions of traditional values. Let tonight's discussion fuel your resolve. Let it strengthen your commitment to defending the principles that made America the greatest nation on earth. Let it remind you that we are not just fighting for ourselves, but fighting for the future of our children, for the preservation of our heritage, and for the restoration of sanity to our society. Remember, we will not be silenced. We will not be intimidated, and we will not back down. We will continue to ask the hard questions, to challenge a radical agenda, and to defend the values that we hold dear. So rest up, Patriots. Recharge your batteries and prepare for another evening on Unwavering Truth. Because tomorrow night, we'll be back right here at the same time, ready to dive into another crucial topic, to expose the lies and to champion the conservative viewpoint you can trust. Join me tomorrow night for another powerful episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. So until then, stay strong, stay vigilant, and God bless the United States of America. I will see you back here live tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the Rebel Chicks with a Cause, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you back here live tomorrow.